In this video, we will talk about high and low level language. We have different types of language. At first, high level language, and the second thing, low level language. In low level language, we have assembly language and machine code. Machine code is the same as binary language or 0 and 1. Let's talk about high level language and assembly language. High level language, it's written in human language, in English language, so it's easy to read and easy to write, and also it's easy to maintain. And we have different high level languages like C Sharp, C++, Java, Pascal, Python, and Visual Basic. In low level language, as we said, we have assembly language and machine language. We said before that machine language is 0 and 1, but assembly language, it uses specific instructions like LDA, STO, and we use assembly language to make use of a special hardware. Also, we need translator to translate from that languages to machine language. So we have assembler which translate from assembly language to machine language, and compiler which translate from high level language to machine language. Interpreter also translate from high level language to machine language. So what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Compiler translate all program, but interpreter translates statement by statement or line by line. So we have three types of translators: assembler, which translate from assembly language to machine language or to 0 and 1; compiler and interpreter, both of them translate from high level language to machine language, but compiler translate all program, interpreter translate line by line. The last thing we will talk about many differences between compiler and interpreter. Compiler, as we said, it translates all program, and it's also produce an executable file. Compiler is faster than interpreter. Interpreter, it translates, as we said, line by line, so it's slower, and if it find any errors, it will stop translation. But compiler translate all program and give you a report of errors at the end of program. So interpreter slower and compiler faster. And also, as we said before, compiler translate all program and give you executable file and give you at the end of program list of errors, but interpreter translate line by line. If it finds any error, it will stop translation. That's all about translators, compiler, interpreter, and assembler.